Why would the most powerful countries in the world would be so scared of one young African soldier? What is Captain Ibrahim Traoré doing in Burkina Faso that is shaking the mighty West to their core? Today, I will break it all down for you in plain English, and by the end, you will see why the world is watching this small West African country so closely. The fight for African soul has begun, and Traore is right at the center of it. Before we dive deep, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment. Share your thoughts. It helps more people find the truth. Part 1. Who is Ibrahim Traoré? First, let me the man shaking up the system. Ibrahim Traoré is not your typical African leader. At just 34 years old, he became the world's youngest president after leading a coup in Burkina Faso. In September 2022, he didn't rise through a politics. He didn't inherit power. He took it with military, backed by young, angry soldier and a population tired of foreign interference and endless terrorism. But Traore's story didn't start with power, it started with betrayal. Burkina Faso was supposed to be fighting terrorism with help from Western countries, especially France. Instead, after years of foreign military presence, terrorism only got worse. Whole villages were being wiped out. Thousands were dying, and many people started asking, is it the West really helping or making things worse? Traore asked the same question, and he didn't like the answer. If you are finding this breakdown interesting, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss future video like this, and give this video a like to support independent news. Part 2. What is Traore a threat to the West? Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. 1. He kicked out the French. Right after taking power, Traore gave a bold order: all French troops must leave Burkina Faso. No long negotiation, no apologies. He simply told them to pack their bags and go. To many Africans, it was a proud moment. To the West, it was a nightmare. Why? Because if Burkina Faso can kick them out, what stops other African countries from doing the same? The French military was seen as a protector in the Sahel region, but Traoré exposed the reality. The protector wasn't protecting anybody. Instead, terrorists were gaining ground year after year. By removing French influence, Traoré sent a powerful message: Africa can defend itself without neo-colonial babysitters. And that made him enemy number 1. 2. He turned to Russia and new alliance. After kicking out the French, Traoré didn't stand alone. He started building new relationships, particularly with Russia. This is where things got even more dangerous for the West, because now it wasn't just about one small country, it was about a new African bloc. Countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger started working together, moving away from the West and leaning towards new partners like Russia. They even formed a new alliance, the Alliance of Sahel States. This was a direct challenge to the old system where France and the West control African military and politics behind the scenes. When one country stands up, it is an act of courage. When 3 countries stand together, it is a revolution. And the West could see the revolution growing. Family, if you are still with us, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us what you think about Traoré bold moves in the comments. Part 3, the war over resources. There is another big reason why the West want Traoré out. It is all about money. Burkina Faso, like many African countries, is rich in gold and other precious resources. These resources have quietly fueled European economy for decades. But under Traoré, Burkina Faso started taking back control. They are renegotiating mining contracts. They are asking foreign companies to pay fair taxes. They are even partnering with non-Western companies to develop resources on their own terms. Imagine if every African country did the same. What would happen to the global economy that has depended on cheap African labor and stolen wealth for centuries? Traoré threatened the very foundation of that system, and that is why powerful interests want him gone fast. Part 4, media attacks and economic pressure. The first way to weaken a leader is not through bullets, it is through propaganda. Since Traoré took over, the Western media has been painting him as a dictator, a threat to democracy, and even a Russian puppet. But let's be honest, where was this media outrage when Burkina Faso was being destroyed under Westerner backed government? When you see the same media that ignore your suffering suddenly worry about your democracy, you know something fishy is going on. They also using economic weapons, sanctions, blockades, freezing of international funds, all to create pressure inside Burkina Faso and turn people against Traoré. Part 5, will they succeed? Now, the $1 million question. Can the West remove Traoré? It won't be easy. He has strong support among young people. He is not relying on foreign troops, and he is part of growing regional alliance with Mali and Niger. But let's be clear, the pressure will be massive. Coup, assassination attempt, economic sabotage, nothing is off the table when global interests are at stake. Traoré survive depend on few things: keeping the military loyal, building real alliance with other African leaders, gaining support from the people through real development. If he can do that, Burkina Faso could become a symbol of Africa independence for a new generation. Family, we want to hear your voice. Will Traoré succeed, or will the power against him prove too strong? Hit the comment section right now and let's talk about it. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you believe Africa deserves true freedom. Parties, final thoughts. Let's wrap it up. Ibrahim Traoré is not just fighting for Burkina Faso. He is fighting for a new idea that Africa doesn't need foreign babysitters, that African resources should serve African people, that young Africa can lead without permission from Paris, London, or Washington. The world is watching, and history will judge whether this young soldier dream of true independence will survive the storm. Thank you for watching. Stay smart, stay strong, and always question the narrative. Till next time, this is Ninja Pause news. Sign out.